this model, I actually had the front of the ear as pink and in the back of the ear as yellow. Okay. Right now, what will happen if Iris back there? Right now, what will happen if you paint this ear?
Do it like on both sides.
Exactly. It will go through the front of the ear to the back of the ear, right? That's because this is a 2D image on a 3D object. Okay, and the UVs of the front of the ear and the back of the ear are on top of each other. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to separate them. So this is the trick. Okay, I'm going to double click on my edge loop, but for this edge loop that goes all the way around the ear, well, it goes all the way around the body too, so I don't want to actually select the edges of the entire body, okay, because I'm just going to hide, okay? I don't want to select all those edges, so I'm going to press Control, which is to deselect, and I'm just going to go like that to deselect those edges, and Control again to deselect those edges. Oh, shit. Alright, so you see how I have all the edges around the ear selected? I mean, I could have just gone in and shift selected all of those edges, too. That's the same thing. And you're going to see it right in here. I have a bad feeling about this, because this is missing an edge. Uh-oh. Alright, so what I'm going to do is go to Polygons, Cut UV Edges. This is new for everybody, okay? Cut UV edges. Now when I do that, now I'm going to go to the UV of this, select the shell. I'm going to be able to separate the top and the bottom. Okay? And you're going to notice that I'm missing a face, but I'm just going to not worry about it for this demo. Okay? So which is which? Well, this is the back or the front?
That's the back.
That's the back, and this is the front with the missing face, right? This is going to cause problems later, but for now, I'm just going to deal with it, okay? So I'm going to select that shell, but it's reversed, right? It's reversed, and I don't want to paint it twice. I want it to be the same paint job, because I want to take up as much pixel space as possible. So I just flipped it using my flip vertical tool, and I'm going to just lay it on top, like that. These guys, I'm going to flip it and lay it on top. I mean, I can flip this whole thing, now lay it there. Is that clear?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do the same thing with the arms, but the arms are a little tricky because I double-clicked on the edge loop, and none of them are really going all the way around the arm. Okay, this one gets stuck on the first finger here. You guys see that? Okay, and if I go around to the other side, and I double-click on that loop, it stops right there. So what can I do? Well, I can be patient and double click. Okay, double clicking will select any edge loop that you select. Okay, and these guys, oh man, oh man. Okay, so while I'm doing this, you guys have any questions with what I did before?
How do you get the UVs to be on the same plane? Like, I already got the side and I got the ears, but how do I put the side and ears where they're both visible?
I don't really understand.
Like how it is now.
How it is now where?
Well, the shelves showing up, right?
Yeah, the shells.
Okay,
What she's talking about is that the shells are not showing up together on the same plane.
So like as if like the arm is on a different plane than the nose would be right now, because it's not showing up on the UV plane. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Go to object, right?
Oh, just select the entire object as an object, and then it's going to show all the shells. I'm pressing shift. Okay, so this is a little annoying, but it's going to take me like,
Is that the only way to do it?
well, for some reason, I mean, your loop might just be able to select, maybe under the select menu, there's something. Oh, no. Alright, so now I have it selected. Okay, that was kind of painful, but it took like 2 minutes. And then I'm going to deselect this chest. You know, I may not have to deselect these chest edges, but just in case. Oh. So control. I just want to make sure that I have the right edge loop selected, and I actually don't need this. Okay. Now, if I take some time to select a group of things, and I don't want to lose that selection, because what if I need those edges again? I can always go to Create, Sets, Quick Select Set. Now, if I create those edge arm, alright. If I select the Quick Select Set, then in the outliner, these are all the edges that I just selected. Okay, so I can shift select all that if I need to. Alright, so I have those edges selected. I'm going to just make sure that it's the right edges and there's no other edges selected. And I'm going to go to Polygon, Cut UV Edges. And now I can select that shell and move it off. That's the top, and this is the bottom of my arm. Okay? Some of you guys might be like, cool. Others of you may be like, I never want to be a texture artist. Okay, it really depends on what your actually you only have to flip it that way. What you like, I guess. What you really like to do. Okay? This is why there's a whole career in texturing. If you like texturing, then you can get really good at this, and then you can texture things. Alright? Now you gotta grab 2 shells at once.
What if you have too much stuff to fit on one using square?
That's true.
You can create different UV sets and give it different,
Oh, that's part of my problem.
different textures, different images. You can do that.
I actually gotta do that.
Any questions on this process? The last step. You guys? Are you guys like, yay, we get it, or this is really hard to
Do
understand?
it again.
I can't do it again. I'm done. Any questions? Alright, so just a quick thing I want to show you. If you want to manually move these UVs, because I know that this set of UVs are tucked underneath, you see how I can just grab and drag it? So really, you don't have to use all those tools if you want to do everything manually, which is a little crazy. You want to do a combination of everything, right? Like, I can select these UVs and say, I want to try polygon unfold, because I know these things are folded in there. Okay, let's see if I can do this. And I'm going to say, no. Okay, apply. Now that's unfolded it. Okay, that's one way you can deal with faces as well. So there's more than one way of doing things. This is just this character, yeah, I have empty space here that's not really cool, but I could maybe like do the tail there, okay? This part right here, if you want to unfold that, you can grab that and, oh, that looks bad.
I think that little bit belonged to the ear.
You could do one of these tools, UV smudge, UV lattice, smooth UV. Unfold, relax. That didn't really work. Okay, or you can manually bring these. Right? So you can just deal with each face on one plane. Does that make sense to everybody? Sort of, yes, maybe?
Sure.
Okay. That's already going to improve it drastically, right there. Before there was like overlapping, which is going to look weird if you wanted detail in that area, right? And now I have more space. Okay, there's that face that I left behind. There's that face I left behind on the ear. Okay, that should be part of this ear, right here. Okay? All right, so why don't you guys spend about 5 to 10 minutes separating the front and back of your ear and then lining it up on top of each other.